And we are live.
Yo, yo, yo.
Gonna probably wait until a few people start joining in on the stream and then I'll start introducing. Looking at Twitter right now, it is absolutely ballistic. Still trending with 347,000 posts on X, hashtag wewantcody. I hear my voice reverbing, so whoever that is, could you please just turn it down? Just a little bit. You don't have to turn all the way down, but... Whoa, what is that? Alright, I'm gonna turn that person down because that was very loud. Okay. Alright, folks, so I decided to do this live stream because I wanted to discuss about the whole Cody Rhodes situation. I'm gonna have a monologue, not a monologue, but I just want to explain the story of Cody Rhodes. Finish the story. He's the biggest babyface of the company. We all know that he's a future champion, future Hall of Famer, whatever you want to call it. The only problem is that he hasn't achieved his main goal so far, which is to become the WWE champion, the undisputed champion, the universal champion, whatever you want to call it. Which doesn't mean that the World Heavyweight Championship is not good enough for him. But this is all going to be discussed here within the next hour. So Cody Rhodes, his story is basically he comes back and he talks about his father, his legacy, and what was kind of taken away from him, or should I say what he briefly held. And he didn't really get to keep it. And he's trying to fill in his father's shoes and he's trying to build his own legacy. And for the last 2 years or so, ever since he came back, we have seen him rise to the top. Over on top of the mountain, he has pretty much achieved everything except to dethrone Roman Reigns. That's the ultimate goal. Finishing the story is to dethrone Roman Reigns for his title at WrestleMania. I think that's what everybody's mindset is. And I feel like we have been, it's kind of like we got kicked in the gut. It's almost as like we got blue balled, however you want to say it. There's so many different ways you can take this. Can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So I, on the other hand, I am a huge Cody Rhodes fan. I am even wearing a shirt. I even took a picture with him 2 weeks ago. But I also understand this business. I've been watching wrestling for a very long time, since I was 6 years old. I know how this business works. And I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna let everyone talk because there are a lot of pissed off fans right now. The internet wrestling community is overwhelmed. They're on a meltdown right now. There are endless amounts of posts. I think the YouTube video itself where The Rock shows up, they've got the full segment out on YouTube. It's the most disliked wrestling video or WWE video out there right now on YouTube ever. I don't know what was the last one ever.
Last time I checked was 30,000.
Oh, look at that. Ross is just ready to go. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Ross. But, he's the biggest babyface of the company. I want to go back to that point before we start discussing. I want to try to explain finishing the story and what Cody Rhodes has done. He came back with a torn pec after wrestling this amazing match against Seth Rollins, right? Which he didn't have to, but he did. Comes back, rises on to the top, faces Roman Reigns. He loses a match at WrestleMania 39 in Hollywood, California, or wherever it took place, Inglewood, California.
I think it was Los Angeles.
Okay, we get the point, Ross. But the thing is that we've wanted Roman Reigns versus The Rock for the last 3 years or so, ever since COVID happened, because Roman Reigns was at the height of his career where he has achieved everything and he is building up his legacy, in which he's still kind of doing it. and we all see it in a way where he can lose it now. And the right person to do that is none other than Cody Rhodes. Okay, Cody Rhodes, the biggest baby face. He has went up against everybody in the WWE. He has defeated everybody in the singles competition except Roman Reigns. He comes out with his dog. He's the biggest babyface. He does all these nice things, even off the camera, at the house events. I mean, you name it. I mean, there are people in the crowd. He's backstage, like, watching the cameras, pointing out the signs. Hey, you know, that family right there, that child, it's his birthday. I want you to go out there and give him some swag. You know, just make the people happy. And even just like last night in Knoxville, Tennessee, he brought out a girl who was legally blind, and he just hugged her. And it's just an awesome, sweet moment. You know, he is just overjoyed with fans. Fans love him. I love him. I just want to make that clear. I am more of in a position where I understand this business, and I feel bad for Cody Rhodes at the same time. But people are pissed. So I want to talk about that. I want everybody to express their opinions. Let's have a civil debate. What happened this past SmackDown? What do you think? Why this is wrong? I'm going to go first. And I'm going to say why, what, and when it went wrong. Cody Rhodes winning Rumble this year. And then, of course, pointing at the sign, pointing at Roman Reigns, saying that, hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after that title. And then, of course, he shows up at SmackDown and says, but not at WrestleMania. That's where it hurts the most. The Rock is on the board of directors. He has more say in the company now, more than Triple H. I don't think that this is Triple H's decision. That's at least what the news media outlets are saying. Oh, and the chat is going off right now. I'm going to get to the chat when I'm done talking, so give me a second, folks. While others are talking, I'm going to read the chat. All right, so going back to that, I just want to clear some air. I think because of The Rock, he saw CM Punk got injured. Seth Rollins is injured. We don't know, honestly, how his WrestleMania matchup is going to look like up against whoever it's going to be. More than likely, they're saying that it's going to be Cody Rhodes, and we're going to talk about what the future holds. The fans are going nuts. They have absolutely taken over the internet. They're talking about hijacking, which is pretty much, hey, you know, when Cody Rhodes come out, when there's a segment or whatever, we're going to chant yes or whatever, kind of like in the Daniel Bryan situation. But this is a totally different situation, folks. Daniel Bryan's situation was totally different. He was the underdog. He wasn't a Rumble winner, so to speak. He wasn't part of, like, you know, building up to that level where he was supposed to main event WrestleMania. It's just that people loved him so much. He had a following. And that's where it overtook because of social media. Cody Rhodes is not an underdog. He has already built up his reputation. He's a great wrestler. He is a totally awesome, humble human being. Okay, so now let's discuss. Lamar, do you want to go first, or you want Ross to speak first, because he's been eager to talk?
I was going to say, if you would to have everyone else go, just so that it's not like I'm talking over anybody or anything like that, since that seems to be something that was thrown around before, so why not?
Yeah. Okay, Ross, you go first.
Well, basically, I think Cody Rhodes was absolutely robbed, got his dream stolen, but he earned his opportunity at the Royal Rumble last Saturday. He earned his spot fair and square, and that's what it should be stand. The winner of the Royal Rumble should challenge of the champion of his choosing. And he pointed at WrestleMania, and he chose Roman Reigns, I want you, son, at WrestleMania. And he was basically blindsided from what the company's called, The Rock's got a partner with. And he is just basically used his power to get himself the main event picture.
Mm-hmm. Fair
And
enough.
I don't really dislike videos very often, as you know, but I had to put my finger down, my thumbs down, that I was absolutely furious with the decision what happened on Friday night.
Right. I agree with that. I agree. That's where I feel bad for Cody Rhodes. I mean, we can see the look on his face. You know, poor Cody. He worked
Yes,
so hard
he
to
did.
win the second Rumble. Why even let him win the Rumble? I think that had he not won the Rumble, and if he was doing a totally different segment, I don't think that this situation wouldn't have been that bad. Let's say Roman Reigns is coming out. Oh, let's say if he just comes out and cuts a promo saying that, I wonder who's it gonna be. I wonder who's gonna face me. Saying that CM Punk got injured. He was the Rumble winner. Since I don't have an opponent, I guess I don't have to wrestle at WrestleMania. The Rock comes out. I don't think it would have been that bad, because then Cody will be fighting for something else. But I think the whole situation just kind of it seems fucked up.
It's a mess.
It's a mess because I feel like it was a last second decision, but then again, we knew that The Rock showed up back in January, so this was a part of plan that they had created ahead of time. Did they not tell Cody? I don't think it really matters. He's a team player. You can tell he has class.
Yes.
He also knows that he's a future champion. The problem is that he is the Rumble winner. He pointed at the sign, pointed at Roman Reigns, saying that he wants it. And that's why people are pissed. You had it in palm of your hands. So, unless WWE wants us to talk about this on purpose, because they got what they wanted, because we're talking now, it has blown up. All I'm going to say is that I am on Cody Rhodes' side. If you want your voice to be heard, hashtag we want Cody, then go all in. I'm going all in as well. However, I understand this business. I am accepting of the fact that The Rock and Roman Reigns is a good decision, because we're only going to get to see this once in a lifetime. I don't think that this is going to happen over and over again. I think this will happen at WrestleMania, and this is unless The Rock is back for like a 3-part series match, which will be once, at this WrestleMania, then maybe followed up by in Saudi Arabia or SummerSlam, and then maybe at next year's WrestleMania.
I could see that happening in Saudi Arabia.
I can see either two of these scenarios, but I don't see more than 3 matches happening. Okay, The Rock is not a full-timer, but maybe he can build up a 3-part series match just to get the next WrestleMania hyped up and sell out. The problem is that I don't think it's a problem. WWE does not have any problem selling out WrestleManias. I know for a fact that The Rock kind of pushed this agenda, and I am okay with it. I am okay. I'm accepting of the fact I'm going to be there. Trust me. I was so happy to see Cody Rhodes winning the Rumble, saying that he's going to finally get to finish his story. But put this in mind, Ross. Think about it for a second. What if Cody Rhodes went on to WrestleMania to face Roman Reigns? And what if he lost this upcoming match? What if he would have been in WrestleMania main event for the second time in a row after winning the Rumble? What if he had lost this match? What would you have done? Would you have criticized WWE again that he lost the match? What would you do?
I would absolutely.
Think about it for a second.
Sorry.
Think about it for a second. Is that what you would have wanted? Or you would have wanted Cody Rhodes to go on to WrestleMania anyways and try to finish the story? Would you have felt bad for Cody Rhodes? Oh, poor Cody. I can't believe he lost again. So, all I'm trying to do is explain people. It is evident, and I feel like I say this over and over again. I need to find a different word. That he is going to be a future champion. He is the right man to do it. Nobody else is. He is the man for that job. He's going to do it. Why do you think they go out there, cut a segment on his bus where he's walking out with his dog over and over again? We're waiting on Cody Rhodes' decision. There, he's got a pretty smile. He's walking backstage. they do so much. They do so many takes on him. He's the biggest babyface of the company. There's nobody else in the picture that who's gonna do it. Is Dwayne The Rock Johnson gonna do it? I don't know. But all I know is that he's not gonna keep the title. The only way he would win the title is to lose it to Roman Reigns. Sorry, win against Roman Reigns and then lose it again to Roman. That's the only way I can see it. I don't think he will lose it to Cody Rhodes. I just cannot see that happening. But yeah, I'm a tweener in this situation. I'm like in between. I'm stuck. Like, I understand the Cody's frustration, like the whole meltdown, why people are so upset. But then again, I understand the business model as well. What do you want to say? What do you have a response to that, Ross?
I'll be absolutely furious if they make Cody lose for the second year in a row, because it's not every day you see a superstar who wins the Royal Rumble and he's actually made his decision who he wants to face. That doesn't really happen very often. It usually takes time for a superstar to make its mind up who they want to face. And Cody decided he wanted his rematch because he felt he probably had the best match of his career in a long, long time against a true champion like Roman.
We're getting a lot of comments in the chat. I don't know if you see this, Lamar, or not. Like, lots of comments. Of course, the internet is just going ballistic, like I said, and everybody's pitching in their opinion right now. I wish Maps would join the Maps would join our chat, because he always has an opinion, and he was saying that he truly hated that Cody got cooked.
Yeah, I spoke to him earlier and he was absolutely furious. Like,
yeah,
the rest of us.
I just want you guys to know that, given the fact how things are, you know, they haven't announced a match yet. Not that I'm saying that they're not going to announce it and it's going to go in a totally different direction, where it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. They're going to change it out of the blue or make it a triple threat match. By the way, triple threat match does not make the situation better. And I'll say this why. Because if Cody Rhodes is in the match with Roman Reigns and The Rock, that makes Cody Rhodes look bad. They'll make him look like he's the underdog. That's not what I want to see. I would rather see Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Go ahead, knock it out, finish the match. We won't have to see The Rock again. And then Cody Rhodes will eventually be back in the main event picture once again.
I was saying earlier that I would not be surprised if the crowd in Philadelphia absolutely booed The Rock out of the building.
I don't think that they're gonna boo. Fans in the WrestleMania crowd, they usually don't boo. I mean, those are the types of fans that paid a lot of money to be there, so they're waiting for the excitement and the it factor, like The Rock is coming out. Somebody that flew from England or Australia or from different part of the world, he's not gonna boo for The Rock, he or she. I'm just gonna let you know that Ross. Rock.
It's okay.
But yeah, trust me. I mean, I've been to a lot of different events, and I know what kind of people I see and how things are. Not that I'm saying I'm a professional, but I will be there this WrestleMania. I'm super excited either ways. I'm excited for either Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns, one way or the other. I just wonder, what are they thinking? I wonder if they're going to reconsider this and somehow change the game plans. Or come up with a different plan where they're going to unify the title, because that was another speculation that was brought up, where Cody Rhodes would win the World Heavyweight Championship, and they were saying that he would come out on night 2 saying that, when I said that I wasn't going to have my match, not right now, or WrestleMania, I take my decision back or whatever, and be like, I want that championship match now. I don't know if that's going to be a big possibility or not. I think that's an overkill. We're going to go to Lamar, because I want to take a sip of my drink and let Lamar talk for a few minutes. Lamar, have at it. Give us your opinion about this whole situation.
Well, For starters, when it comes to Cody Rhodes, I want to say that for one, I definitely agree with the points that not only you made but Ross made. But mainly the point that you're driving home. Cody has busted his ass to get to this point. Not only that, but he has proven that he is the guy. Outside of Roman Reigns, that next piece on the puzzle is him. If we had a SVR cover, it wouldn't be John Cena and Batista today. It would be Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. The problem here is that the legends like The Rock, the Goldbergs, okay, they know their place in the pecking order of business.
Sorry, you were cutting out there,
They know
Lamar, for a brief
everything
second.
that they did. What was the last thing you heard? Hello.
Yeah, we hear you. It's just that you were lagging for a brief second.
What was the last thing you heard?
I can't really, I can't really tell you.
I think the last thing you said that Cody Rhodes
Something about
busted the,
Goldberg and
the
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg.
Oh, yeah. So we've seen this before with Goldberg. We've seen this before with a lot of the legends that return in this manner. Even when Lesnar came back for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
we've seen this, but not as bad as it's gotten this recently, as far as 2020 and beyond, with legends coming back and knowing their worth and using their power, so to speak, to get them in a certain position, get them over. Now, I mentioned Goldberg. Now, we all remember the events of The Fiend versus Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
We remember that The Fiend was on a red rocket. Pause on that. Bro was going straight to the moon. And what happened? Goldberg wanted to come back. The fans wanted Goldberg. What happened? Goldberg used his leverage and power of being, a draw, a
Mm-hmm.
legend, and he came in and he defeated the top guy, which is Bray Wyatt.
That was
We
also
have
Vince
an amazing.
McMahon's booking. This is a different era that we're
That's
living in. I
that's why I'm
think that's the
that's why I'm
argument
saying.
that we're having here, that we're living in Triple H's regime. Like, he has had a really good year, and we're starting off with a huge mess because The Rock has stepped in on a TKO board, and he's kind of overtaken the decision by changing and altering plans, which is creating a huge mess within the storylines. So, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was just gonna say that yes, um, just using this for a fair comparison, that where this is where the sudden change in judgment has started within the board of directors, because this is when they started working with the Saudis. What did the Saudis like? They love their legends, which who doesn't? They
Yeah.
love their legends. So a lot of these people come in now. Now you have a situation where The Rock, as you said, is a part of TKO and he's a part of the board of directors. He comes in and he's assessing the situation, surveying the land, and he sees that there is a bunch of injuries.
Punk being the biggest
Yes,
one.
Punk was a big return that everyone was talking about, and they made a big deal out of his return. So much so that they had leaked videos of Rollins and Drew McIntyre. These are all things we're seeing. Punk was definitely one of the people that was going to move the needle for the company for going into WrestleMania, but they don't have that. So The Rock sees this and he says, "Yeah, maybe it's time that I, lace up the old boots and get back in." But the
Mm-hmm.
problem is how you do it. The problem here is how he decided to insert himself. I think overall, yes, everyone is mad that he's taken Cody's spot, but I think there's a lot better way of them doing this. I feel like them having Cody be the one to announce it and everything, they were trying their hardest to make us um to just make us deal with it. It's like the best example I can give here is the newest Spider-Man film with all the three Spider-Men. They gave us a film where all the OGs are back. They gave us a film where we have Toby and Andrew. And let's be real, not everyone is the biggest fan of Tom Holland, but that film was created so that you get the OG fans that come back and say, "Oh, if Tom and Andrew are given the nod to Tom Holland, then I think I should too. Like he's ready to be the next Spider-Man." What
Right.
they did here is try to present us with the top babyface and say, "Here, if he's all right with it and he's the one who won the match and everything, then you guys got to be okay with it." And that's what I think where everyone is having their issues. They completely embarrassed Cody Rhodes with how they presented this, and even his body language. Another thing that was asked is, what was The Rock saying to Cody Rhodes when he shook his hand? The one thing that he definitely did tell him that made Cody Rhodes smirk and break character a bit, he did, because there's something that people are going back to, is that The Rock's first interaction with Cody Rhodes. The one thing that he told Cody Rhodes on Twitter back, this was over 10 years now, is that he's a mid-carder.
Yeah.
What I think The Rock did tell him is, kid, you're no longer a mid-carder, you're the top guy. But the problem is with this is he's getting his flowers now when it's already too late, and he was already in a position to go take that main event spot. So like I said, I think really here, yes, everyone is upset about the decision that WWE is making to allow The Rock to take Cody's spot, but I think ultimately what everyone is truly upset about is how they went about presenting it and how they went about making Cody just be the fall guy and say, hey guys, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not fighting him yet, but here's a guy that will like.
Right.
That's what I think.
Okay, well that's pretty good. Let's give somebody else a chance. Whoever wants to talk, just let me know.
I was hoping. So my biggest problem, of course, is the fact that it just reinforces the feeling that I had that one, you just keep building on top of mistakes. The first mistake was obviously you shouldn't have combined the championships. Like we avoid all of this if you don't unify the championships at WrestleMania 38. And you've had about 2 years now to come up with a creative way to separate that world championship, the Universal, from the WWE championship. Because remember, the title that Cody is going for is the WWE championship. Roman had the Universal championship. So you're building on top of mistakes. And again, I believe they said it was plans for, because in hindsight, Cody was never going to win at 39. I believe it was planned for The Rock versus Roman at 39, but something fell through. So in hindsight, Cody was never going to win. But when you have to adjust, do the right thing. It just reinforces that Cody should have won last year because you're holding everyone back. You're holding Gunther back. This year is supposed to be Cody versus Gunther for the World Championship, but you held that back for another year of Roman holding the title.
Or Brock Lesnar.
Right. So now this narrative, I can't believe that CM Punk getting, maybe Brock Lesnar being out, I don't know, but this narrative that The Rock or CM Punk being injured caused The Rock to put on his Superman cape and save the day, when the last thing that this affects is Cody versus Roman. This doesn't this hurts Seth more than anything. What at the same time, Drew, this is amazing for Drew. I know he is being rumored that he hasn't signed a contract yet, so who even knows what the plan is with him. But this, like, the fan, the everyday fan, the fan who's going to buy the ugly LA Knight t-shirts, the one who is going to show up the next night, they're going to make sure that we know, like, they're going to make sure that whatever is lost in the star power is made up for in not the casual fan, but the dedicated fan. And that's the problem here. Yes, on the surface, The Rock versus Roman Reigns is the bigger match. But if I told you But if you told me, I think everybody would agree here. The Rock versus John Cena was not the biggest, or The Rock versus John Cena in 2013 was not the biggest match. John Cena versus Daniel Bryan was the biggest match,
Wait,
and
you
that's
said 2013 or 2012?
2013.
2013.
Okay.
The biggest match of that year was Daniel Bryan versus John Cena because you can actually tell a story with that. You can't tell a story with somebody who's not going to be there the next night.
Right.
You go. So, and the thing, like, we're still having lasting, like, consequences from that match. Like, think about, like, we wouldn't have had the Authority, we wouldn't have Randy Orton's heel turn by product, we wouldn't have had the Shield explode. There's so many things that happened from that one match. But you can't do stuff like that when you're building upon people who are not going to be here the next night. And yes, again, you'll bring in a casual viewer, but you lose the viewer like me, who again is going to buy these ugly LA Knight t-shirts and buy these ugly Cody Rhodes, because I got a Cody Rhodes t-shirt too, and it's ugly, but I support Cody Rhodes. I don't want to support Cody Rhodes anymore because it hurts to support Cody Rhodes at this point. It hurts to support to a certain extent, like rest in peace. But it was painful to root for Bray Wyatt because at any given moment a Goldberg or a Brock Lesnar or somebody who just who feels like coming in now will take his spot, or just the booking is going to be terrible. So
you're saying, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You're saying that he's
I know I was going on a ramble.
No. You made some really strong points here. Very argumentative points here. But yeah, going back to what you said about how Seth's world title is looking like it's in a bad spot right now, especially after the comments being made after Roman Reigns saying that that's a loser's bracket title, saying that Seth Rollins, you work 10 times more than I do, but I also make 10 times more money than you do, bitch, while I work 10 times less than you do. I think that's how it went.
And I think my theory is the world title for the world title for Cody Rhodes is a downgrade, but the world title for Gunther and Drew is an upgrade. So you also miss out on that because, if we see Cody with that championship, it's like you're holding the wrong championship.
The problem with world title is that it hasn't had enough time on this planet. And I'm talking about the current world title. I'm not talking about the previous world title reign. Seth Rollins carrying the world title, he hasn't faced enough people. Hence the reason why, there were pretty good points made up against Seth Rollins. I mean, he started all with saying, like, hey, that's my little brother.
I think if Edge won that championship, we look at that title a totally different way.
Totally different way. I mean, that's a totally different time we're looking at.
I think Seth is just, like, I love Seth, but it's something that Seth is missing something.
Seth is going to have to step up his game after how much shit that Roman Reigns talked. He totally roasted him, like, pretty bad.
He just stopped dancing around like a fruit, and maybe
I'm the biggest CM Punk fan, and the problem, the thing that hurts worse about CM Punk being out is because whoever faces Seth Rollins is winning because he got the back injury, the knee injury that needs to be healed. Seth Rollins is going away for a while after. At least he should. And again, it's a downgrade for Cody Rhodes. It's not even necessarily a downgrade, but that's the wrong championship. And, again, you can't, in this booking of combining another championship, that's 3 more championships you're already combining.
I agree with you on that one. I honestly think that they should not combine championships.
Yeah.
But they also need to let the Seth Rollins world title cook and build up its legacy.
I think Drew or Gunther would be perfect for it. I think Drew, that title, that needs to be on Drew or Gunther, and I don't know how you get to Gunther, but Drew is ready and primed. The only problem with Drew is he's not signed for a contract.
I'm more worried about the comments being made this past week by Roman Reigns, how belittled he, made that title look. He made it look totally terrible. Like nobody wants to compete for it. After, especially what he said, I think Cody Rhodes should steer clear from that title. But then again, I mean, I think that he's probably going to end up doing it, and he's going to win the title, and there's going to be a plot twist. Maybe he's going to say, like, when I said everything from you, I mean to say I'm going to take away your title too, and I'm gonna be a huge megastar. Well, he's not gonna say I'm gonna be a huge megastar, but he's gonna say I'm gonna take all the titles, all the major titles, and show you who I am.
I think the only way out of this is to have one of those Edge and John Cena moments where he slaps the taste out of his mouth and say like, "What are you thinking? Giving away your spot? There's something I tore my tricep
Right,
for.
for Punk to
Something."
come back and do that, no?
Yeah, that's the only way out
Right.
of this because the key words is not at WrestleMania, and it has to be at WrestleMania. You can't change the title hands when half of the United States of America is asleep. You can't do that. It has to be at WrestleMania
It
where
has to be
everybody watches.
WrestleMania. That's what. So let me get this right. Finishing the story means winning the world championship, not the world heavyweight title, and I mean to say the WWE championship that Roman Reigns has at WrestleMania. Correct? That's what finishing the story means, right? That's what every fan sees. That's what every fan sees. So winning the world title or the WWE championship at SummerSlam is a no-go, correct? Will that seem like that just didn't feel like we got the it factor out of it, an awesome moment. I mean, sure, it'll be cool. Because I got a question here saying that maybe I think it was someone up here. I would have to scroll up, but somebody did ask me maybe Cody can face Roman Reigns at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. And I wanted to respond to that. I just don't think that that's a good idea. Even though I think Roman Reigns is going to surpass Hogan's legacy. I think that's what the plan is. I just don't see Roman Reigns dropping the title to Roman Reigns. But why do I feel like the more we talk about this, it's kind of like a recap of last week. We were talking about Cody Rhodes, and I was like, I don't think Cody Rhodes is main eventing WrestleMania. The more we talk about this, I feel like there is a plot twist to this. Either that, or they're gonna make it happen because they know people are so invested into this, and they would have to totally create a swerve, or maybe even at WrestleMania, so to speak.
Before the Shinsuke Nakamura video, I'm pretty sure there's something there. Because obviously he's got to be doing something with Shinsuke. I don't know what that was about. That was weird. But
talking about last night.
Yeah, what was that about? I don't.
Shinsuke Nakamura and Cody Rhodes have been wrestling in the house events. If you don't know how house events work,
I just don't get
it's like anime filler.
Why did they tweet it out though? That has to play out on TV in some form of fashion, right?
Just to make people pissed off.
Yeah, they have.
Have you noticed that WWE and The Rock, they've been tweeting out nonstop, talking about how awesome this moment was. All they're doing is creating a buzz.
And that's the part,
controversy creates cash. They've got the headlines. They've got people talking. That's what creates the flow. Remember this, in this business, if any way or sort, if there's a good or a negative talk, it creates cash.
That's what John Cena said. He's like, it kind of hurt my feelings that people would boo me, but at least they wasn't silent. So the fact that it's The Rock doing this really breaks my heart, because this is the same guy who put over Stone Cold twice. He put over Brock Lesnar on the way out. He put over Goldberg. He even put over the Hurricane.
John Cena.
Hold on. But Mikey, let me ask you though, because this is something that I've been talking about for a while, as far as with like everyone else, and just bringing it to the table. The last time we was in the discussion video, I brought this to the table. This is not you do mention these things, and this is The Rock back then. This is The Rock now. This is Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Look at what he's known for. And this is why when Punk had his promo against Cody, I didn't think he was talking about himself. What does Punk tell Cody,
bro? Because when I realized he was low key talking about the exact same thing that happened to him is happening to Cody.
Yes.
That is crazy to me.
This is my point. This is not the first time he's done this. He's came back and said, "Look, guys, I'm the bigger guy. CM Punk, look at him. He's skinny, he's fat, he's out of shape. Look at me. I'm The Rock. I'm gonna flex for you." And then that was him getting to beat the top guy twice.
If this was Hollywood Rock, I would have less of a problem with it. But the fact that he's trying to act like such a cool dad guy, like you to every coming, no, right. Bro, you are a Hollywood bully. You're not a good guy, bro. Like you're.
I'm hoping y'all know that he's gonna have to work really hard on his promos, because telling Roman Reigns "shut up, bitch" ain't gonna work this time.
Yeah, that's
he's
what
really
I'm
gonna
saying.
have to
Like,
have some good argue points.
candy ass doesn't work in 2024 no more. Maybe
no.
it'll work in a lot. Maybe it'll work, but you're not putting butts in seats with that. I'm sorry. And then via satellite, like, are they going to be every week? I doubt it. I just feel like,
Just
again,
letting
you
you
heard.
know, The
Huh?
Rock being in a main event at this year's Mania is also a good thing for Cody Rhodes. He's certainly getting over all this talk, all
Oh
this
yeah, this
media
does. Yeah,
attention. Cody's definitely getting more over this. So this
this
is nothing
definitely.
but a good situation for Cody Rhodes. It's the only thing is that the pot is boiling right now.
And
They
I
just
just
need
feel
to
like we
execute it.
should be beyond at this point rooting for guys out of spite. I think, and it's not totally out of spite, but let's be honest, this whole thing is a big middle finger to The Rock. The whole "we want Cody" thing is like, no, bro, you are trying to screw us over. And it's like, we love Cody, but it's also, we hate the fact that how they're doing him more.
Yeah.
They didn't do this on purpose. Unless they did this on purpose, and my fingers is crossed that there are such shrewd operators that they knew that we would get this upset. And I don't know, because they would like to make us think that they did the whole Daniel Bryan thing on purpose. No, you didn't. If
I
Cody didn't
didn't.
mean if CM Punk didn't quit, Daniel Bryan would not have got that moment. It would have been Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 30. Stop it.
Nah,
So
for real.
it's just they would like us to think that. I don't know. I hope
I
so,
just
because but when you hear that this went over Triple H's head, it's just like we're right back at square one. We
But
got
it makes
Vince.
sense. It makes, because look at Vince, right? Every company Vince has had, what has he done? Like XFL, right? When he first got the allegations, what did he do?
Mhm.
He gave it to The Rock. Look at where XFL. Not saying the XFL is the NFL, but after you gave that to The Rock, you got a clean, squeaky face. Everyone knows The Rock. Oh, he's a good guy. He's a nice guy. He buys houses for his mom and does this. Now you can push the XFL as a good sport because it's not Vince's. That's a Vince guy, and technically he's probably still pulling the strings behind the scenes, which is why I think The Rock was inserted now.
Rhonda
But
said it.
now
Rhonda said it with
you
Bruce
think so?
Pritchard. Like, as long as Bruce Pritchard is there, Vince is there.
Mm,
So, and
true.
now The Rock bring in his own writers. That's what he tried to do to
Yeah.
CM Punk. But CM Punk
Oh.
was like, "Nah, bro, you're not about to
Yeah.
write
Nah.
my
Fuck that.
script, bro. What do you,
What
what
is
do you
this? Like
like?" And
I
that's
ain't seen
my
this
problem.
before.
That's my problem with Cody. Like, Cody broke my heart. He got cucked, man. I don't know if I could say that it's on your channel, but he like, what did Negan say from Walking Dead? I put my thing down your throat and you thanked me for it.
Hmm.
What he did.
That broke my heart. Cause at least CM Punk got to spit in The Rock's face. Like, yes, you go steal my WrestleMania spot, but I'm gonna get 2 matches out of you, and I'm gonna spit in your face.
What do you
I
think
like.
that? Okay, imagine yourself in Cody Rhodes' shoes backstage in a closed door meeting. The Rock walks in, Triple H is there along with other creative head people, and they're saying like, "Hey, this is what the decision that we have made. This is what we're doing." Do you think that they can see Cody Rhodes being mad, or do you think Cody Rhodes can possibly get mad and just walk out, just overthrow everything and saying that, fine, do whatever you want to do, but I'm not showing up to Monday Night Raw or SmackDown for your shows. I'm gonna be staying at home until you give me my main event match, because I don't think that's right. You think that can you see a man of class like Cody Rhodes do this? You gotta agree with me on this. The way Cody Rhodes is, the type of man he is. He stands by it.
I think
And
there's a fine line between being a company man and just being a man in general, because it's like, at a certain, even John Cena said no, even Roman Reigns said no. Like, after the
And
dog
that's what it
food stuff,
is.
he was like,
the
"No, bro,
thing is,
y'all
is
not
that
about to keep doing
He's
this to
right.
me, bro."
the thing is
Like,
He's
that
right.
he is
I can only
so
take a certain
humble.
amount of embarrassment.
The thing is that he is so humble. He has a huge support from his fans, and we are doing that right now. His fans are the backbone right now. We are giving him the huge support, and by all means, pour it right in. If it takes Twitter comments, YouTube
But it
comments,
feels like we
dislikes,
want it more than
say it.
he do.
See, but here's this is a great point that I don't think anyone's really talking about. When he says John Cena has said no, guys like The Rock have said no, Triple H has said no 1,000 times, right?
Dean
But
Ambrose has said, well, no, not really. But Seth
well,
Rollins has said no. If Seth
the
Rollins can
point,
say no, Cody Rhodes can say no.
his point with that is that because I didn't think about this. And I'm thinking about it from like a perspective of if he's in this office with these guys,
Yeah.
they're testing him. This is all part of their test. Like
They
their
said
big
on
rib.
that.
This is you have to. If you're Cody Rhodes, I agree with you, Mikey. I think if you're Cody Rhodes, yes, there is a fine line between being a businessman and being a man. Where in that meeting, I think that's where he needs to be. No, like have y'all been watching the product for the last 2 years? What this
And my
nigga's
thing is,
Don't
been
ask
gone
me.
the
You
whole
already know why.
time.
Yeah.
and
He's
my
been
thing is,
gone
you
the
don't
whole
even got to
time.
say no to not having a story, but don't step aside for this. Don't hand it to him on live television. That's my
Right.
problem. If The Rock just came out before Cody came out, you know what? I would still have a problem with it, but at least I wouldn't be looking at Cody like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Sorry for cussing on your channel, but I think like it's just the fact that Cody willingly handed that to that man. That man handed him his wife and said, "Here you go, thank you."
CM Punk
Like
would never.
and at least with like, and then it led to at least CM Punk. You know, you could say whatever you want about CM Punk, but we never like if it never felt like CM Punk wasn't. It never felt like we cared more than CM Punk cared, and it's just I feel like I care more than Cody care right now, and that's what hurts the most. Like it is. Come on, bro. Like
I think
last year
that's
was
the narrative
supposed to
they
be
want.
them testing him. That's
Because of
what
his
last year was
character.
supposed to be.
Because of his
Not even his
character, we are
character.
given.
Not even his character. I think that this is the way that WWE wants you. Like, if you signed into WWE, they want you to be their guy. Like Braun Breaker. When they found Braun Breaker, he wasn't he wasn't always Braun Breaker. They made him Braun
They
Breaker.
made him
As in,
Braun
yes,
Breaker.
he's always been athletic and he's always been this. But they created this blueprint for him. He just had the foundation they wanted. So my point here is that this is the image they want you to see, that WWE is in full control. There is no more CM Punks. There is no more Bret Harts. There is no more guys that are gonna give us lip for having a decision. It's you kiss our asses and you get your paycheck and you get the fuck going
But
and
the
you
thing
keep
is,
working
Triple
every
H.
day.
The thing is, Triple H didn't do this. It was
But
TKO board
but
members.
DJ,
It was The
this is
Rock.
the
It
problem.
was
It
The
has
Rock.
nothing to
You
do
know
with
he had to
no, I
win.
know. This was TKO, but this is
Mhm.
something that's been going on. You guys say,
For a long
"Oh,
time.
Triple H error, Triple H error." Yeah, even for a long time.
Yeah.
But even as long as Triple H has been in charge, there's still been similar things that Vince is like the same issues
Vince's handbook.
has been going on. But you guys, not all of you, but you guys have been blind to. Oh my gosh, Vince is gone. WWE's better. That no matter what Triple H does, you guys are gonna praise it because you guys hate Vince so much. So I don't know. I think that, but what I'm saying is, I think this is the image they want WWE to have, that all of our guys listen to us, they fall in line, no one gives us lip, and we all make money. That's what they want us to think and believe.
That's just
So there isn't
we've
gonna be
seen
Cody
this.
getting mad.
Well,
We've
whatever they
seen this
did,
before,
they
man. We've seen this
certainly
before.
got everybody talking. More than anybody else could ever think of. The whole internet is on a meltdown, like I said. This has been an endless conversation. Imagine Cody Rhodes coming out Monday Night Raw. What are they planning? By the way, do you guys know that he's booked for SmackDown as well next week?
That's what I was holding on to. That's what I'm holding
Yep.
on to.
What is he gonna do?
The Rock has to just hand it over and say, no, this is, I don't know, man. I don't
Is Roman Reigns booked for next SmackDown?
Probably
Imagine
not.
two part-timers like Roman Reigns and The Rock who only work certain dates. I mean, what
that's
kind of gap are we seeing
well,
between them?
That's what y'all think. That's funny. I thought it was hilarious when I saw Roman Reigns versus LA Knight, two guys trying to do their best Rock impression. But now we genuinely are gonna see who the best Rock is on the mic.
I never thought about that. Imagine LA Knight coming out. Oh, he can give him an exhibition match. Imagine an exhibition match at Elimination Chamber. The Rock actually wrestling 2 matches. One with LA Knight, one against Roman Reigns. By the way, let's talk
He
about
would literally explode.
Okay. All right, let's say this is happening at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns on The Rock. I want you to imagine the type of match that they're having. Is it going to be bad? Or is it going to be good?
At most, it has to be 8 minutes. The Rock
You
can't hang in there
mean
past
just
that.
8 minutes of physicality and the rest of it's going to be like throwing water in your body and just like you know, just cutting funny side angles, getting beat up.
He got show muscles. He doesn't have go muscles. It's over.
His traps are huge right now. Holy
It's over.
Jesus.
You got to keep that image for the super so that he can be
I
himself.
seen that man get gassed over spine buster, man. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. He can't.
What was him, Eric Rowan?
Oh no, I'm talking about Jinder Mahal. He definitely got gassed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, man was looking a little gassed.
He was gassed, yeah. He was gassed.
He looks amazing in Hollywood, but I've seen that man in the ring, and it's just
Oh man!
I'm
Either way,
scared, y'all. I could see. Look. Can I
man,
just
The Rock was my hero, man.
Can you? Hey, listen. Can you see this backstage? All right, Roman Reigns, The Rock. Good luck to you guys. Hope you guys put on one hell of a show. By the way, let us know if one of y'all get injured. We'll send Cody Rhodes out. He's just going to be sitting right here. We'll just have Samantha announce that this match is now like they're gonna rematch it or whatever, but this time it's gonna be.
I was thinking earlier, like I know everybody's against a triple threat match, but at this point, I remember CM Punk suggested at a triple threat elimination match at WrestleMania 29.
Right? Yes. Yo,
I wouldn't be so against that at this point, honestly.
Yo,
because The Rock cannot do a singles match to save his life anymore. He cannot do a singles match. So
wait, what? Triple threat elimination match?
Yeah, I am not against that.
Do you imagine the fucking moment the roof's gonna blow off? Imagine this: they're having one hell of a match. 20-something minutes into it, The Rock gets eliminated by Roman Reigns. No, forget that. The Rock gets eliminated by Cody Rhodes. The roof's
imagine
gonna
he
blow
eliminates
off. Yeah, but no.
Whoever pins
Cody
The Rock
Rhodes
is losing at that point. That's how we have to look at it at that point.
What if Rock turns heel in the build, and he becomes like, you know, somehow becomes Cody's biggest rival, and then Cody eliminates Roman first? Could you imagine that standoff? Like, I don't know, fantasy booking here, but it's like...
That's what I'm saying. Imagine when one of them gets eliminated, either Roman or The Rock. And after that, when they have that stare down in the middle of WrestleMania match, the roof's going to... Well, there ain't going to be a roof at the Lincoln Financial Stadium. But, yeah, it's just going to blow up. Big time.
I would book that. I would say Cody... Like, I would be like, Cody... I would have Cody be like, bro, you manipulated me out of my spot. You know, you talked me out of it.
You're too short to box with God.
That would be a fucking amazing match, y'all. I never thought about that.
Leave it to a damn CM Punk to cook. CM Punk to cook.
It low key takes away from the story. Because you have to be, well, not really, because you could still have Roman versus Cody in a weird way after Rock gets eliminated. It does take away from
The Rock is a part of the story. The Rock is the whole reason we got to deal with Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm. Tribal Chief, head of the table.
True.
And in Cody's story or song, it's, you know, wrestling only has more than one royal family. He talking about them Aokis.
Hey,
whatever they called.
But it does kind of take away from the tribal chief thing. It does kind of take away from that. But, you know, like, we all know who's winning
2 years
that
ago.
match. Let's be honest.
He should have came 2 years ago when they set it up for him to just come right outside in his neighborhood in Hollywood.
Yep.
Hey, I just want to interrupt you guys. There's one more person in this chat who would you like to join in? I can't see the name because I'm streaming.
Terrence.
It's not Terrence. Who is this person?
You're talking about the person.
CBK 2001.
CBK, would you like to join in this conversation? Okay, maybe not. He didn't say anything. Oh wait, is he muted? I think he's muted on my
No,
end.
No, I can hear him. I can hear him.
he was
Well,
just
I muted him
talking.
because he was very loud. Okay, go ahead, talk.
Sorry, let me put my volume down if you guys can.
No, you're
Can
fine
you guys
now.
hear me?
Yes.
So
You got
I
any
do
opinions?
like the idea of what. Yeah. So obviously, from a media standpoint, of The Rock and Roman is a big name. A lot of people who probably stopped watching wrestling from The Rock was what, like 2013 or 2012 was like what, the Cena and Rock. I think that was the big match that everybody was talking about.
Yeah.
Later on, we're talking Roman and The Rock, related. That's a big match. And I am attending to Mania. Now I have a feeling it's scary because we have Cody Rhodes, this guy who um made his return, what, 38, I believe, with Rollins. And then the following night he cuts a promo saying he wants to win the world title. And that was obviously Roman's title. And I honestly think he should have won last year because now after cutting that promo from SmackDown saying that he doesn't have Mania, I honestly thought it was going to be at the Chamber, Roman versus Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber, and I don't think we were going to get any like that. Now my thought was, I could have seen. It would have been cool if, yes, The Rock comes out. I would have loved to see The Rock turn heel from that point. Maybe tease a little bit. Maybe join Roman's side just for that couple months. Who knows? But
I don't know about that.
no.
By the way,
no, it's
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something funny. Just saw a tweet about WrestleMania. WWE has uploaded a Cody and Rock segment again, but this time edited the cutout of Cody looking sad or leaving the ring. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Are you
because that
serious?
wouldn't add to their narrative of it being a great night.
So a lot of these people are saying hashtag let it play out, saying that this
yeah.
is something that WWE has created for us to talk about, and they're winning. Rikishi tweeted, "What's happening?" Quadruple times. And the most liked tweet is this fucking story. That's what's happening to Rikishi. Oh man, this is just absolutely wild.
But do you think? Oh, sorry. But do you think if, let's say, Cody wasn't supposed to win, if it was Punk, what was Cody's match would have been?
That's a good point that you brought up. In my notes, I had put this down, saying what were the initial plans for them if CM Punk was gonna win a Royal Rumble? What were they thinking about doing?
I could have seen. I wouldn't have done Drew McIntyre versus Cody.
Drew McIntyre.
Tell you right
Ross.
now, it would have been Gunther versus Cody.
That would have been a good match.
Mania.
But yeah,
I think I genuinely believe the plan was to have Cody finish the story, but I think The Rock did look for any excuse to have to interrupt things. I don't think they had a plan for The Rock joining the board and strong arming himself into the
to be
the
honest,
thing. I think
to be very honest, I don't think Roman Reigns was gonna drop the title at this year's Mania, y'all.
Yeah, me either. I don't think so.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
They
sorry.
got too many people they're trying to erase from history right now, and Roman Reigns is helping them do it.
they're not trying to. They're not trying to erase Hulk Hogan. They just had him do the introduction that
Not
Royal
him,
Rumble.
but just people in general, man. Like, they don't want you to talk about Bruno Sammartino. They don't want you to go back in history books and talk about people. They want you to talk about shit going on right now.
So is he gonna hold?
That's what they try to do.
So at that point, he got to beat Bruno.
Well, no, the thing is that
Yeah.
we're living in an era right now where WWE's
They're
trying to
scared.
replicate guys like Mayweather. WWE's trying to build up a
Oh,
legacy where
right.
they want the biggest
Also-
champion. They want a champion that people can talk about. Be like, hey, have you seen this guy Roman? Good looking hair, man. Look at his body. I mean, tan skin, nice tattoos. He comes out, just looks all
if that's
cocky
the
and
case,
stuff. He's got
This is
many
what PJ
belts.
thinks every day.
Well, if that's the case, don't
he's
have a
got the
part-time
Samoan
champion.
counsel with him and everything, and he's been the
But they
champion for like
made that
fucking 3.5
cool.
years.
But then you got a
WWE
part-time
tried to
champ.
justify part-time with Brock Lesnar by making him badass.
You
So
guys
that's what
have
they
to
essentially
take
do with
it.
Roman.
You guys have to take it in consideration. Roman Reigns does not have enough time to wrestle. Period.
What?
This is his longest run, continuous run, should I say?
You don't got time.
I don't even think
I
he has
don't
to
wanna-
wrestle. I just think at least show your face, at least do a promo, at least.
What I'm saying is
I
that
don't want to.
he's just not going to wrestle in future a lot.
And
That's what I was trying to say.
And that's okay. It's just he's holding.
He will eventually
he's holding everybody back.
That's what I'm saying. He will eventually retire. So when the time is right, guys like Cody Rhodes is going to carry on his legacy. He's going to be the next big one. He's going to be the biggest babyface. But of course, I mean, Roman Reigns still has a lot of time that he's going to, give it to us. And I would still love to see Roman Reigns turn face.
That's definitely happening.
That's definitely happening because he's been a heel since COVID time.
But-
Y'all got to remember. During COVID, he was the guy that carried WWE, y'all. I mean, remember the first segment that Come on, dude.
Right.
Come
Right.
on.
No, I just, speaking personally, I love the Fiend.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah.
So
There's
there
a
was
lot going on then.
carried is. I'll definitely give it to you. He had me more interested in WWE than anybody has since the Fiend, other than the
Top
Fiend.
heel.
And he didn't have to be a supernatural character to do it. So I'll definitely give you that. But I think it's jumped the shark too many times, and I think again you're hurting because the Bloodline story does not need the championship. That's
Hold
the
up.
thing.
That's true.
Hold up. Wait. Hang on. I just want to share this announcement. I'm actually going to share this with you guys right now. I don't think you guys will be able to hear it, but the stream would. This was just announced on Twitter.
Adam Pearce coming to you.
Hang on. I'm actually going to share the screen.
Okada has signed with AEW.
No, not that. But here's a clip for everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Pearce coming to you tonight from Chicago, where I am between flights to bring you this breaking news regarding tomorrow night's Raw from St. Louis.
Cody Rhodes has joined.
By now, I'm sure you've seen the footage that took place last night in Knoxville between Cody Rhodes and Shinsuke Nakamura. As a result of that footage, and after speaking to both parties, I'm sanctioning a one-on-one contest tomorrow night live on Raw. Cody Rhodes versus Shinsuke Nakamura. But, per Cody's request, this is going to be a bull rope match. That's right, nothing between Cody Rhodes and Shinsuke Nakamura, but
What is going on? The silence is speaking volumes right
foot
now.
bull rope. It's tomorrow night, Monday Night Raw, live from St. Louis, 8/7 Central, only on USA. It's a bull rope match, and it's official.
Okay, so I can see the comments right now, and a lot of people are saying that this is a swerve that's about to be created by WWE. What kind of swerve are they creating? For those in the Discord chat, in case y'all didn't see this, Adam Pearce just announced that Cody Rhodes and Shinsuke Nakamura are going to be in a bull rope match tomorrow night on Raw.
Oh,
is this
God.
Is this? Wait a second. Wait a second. No, oh God. What are they doing right now? Is this a swerve?
They're making it up as they go along.
This doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. They're saying that, hey, we know that you watched the footage last night. What happened between Shinsuke Nakamura and Cody Rhodes? Unless they're trying to distract us and create a alter story and keep Cody Rhodes occupied. But I also feel like there is a big...
You're trying to keep him focused on Raw because you keep him out of Roman Reigns and SmackDown. You keep him on Raw. That's all. It's literally all. They're just like he said. They're making it up as they go along, man.
And that's my problem with this the whole tribal chief thing. Like, it's not. And like, yes, it has been great, but like to treat it as if it's the greatest thing ever, and they're geniuses. They've been making this stuff up. They've been making this stuff up as they go along, and that's why
they're struggling. They're struggling right now.
Twitter chat is just fucking hilarious. There's one with Cody Rhodes in the face paint Stardust, and he's looking like the Sting from the rafters. It's just about to. He's like the title of the picture says Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania press conference next week.
Did you see Drew's tweet though when they did with the Cody situation? Yeah.
Who's tweet?
Is that the REP Punk?
We can't understand anything that you're saying, Ross. Can you repeat it one more time again, please?
I said, is that the tweet when the Grave are saying RIP Punk's career 2020?
No, this was it. This was it. I don't know, to be honest. It was just a random tweet that I saw. It was just a random tweet. But anyways,
I think they hope Cody like sustains an injury or something so they can have
or they're gonna write him off fakely saying that he's injured.
Oh my God, that would be terrible.
They can't do that, can they?
They could not do that.
If The Rock wins.
When Sean Ross Sapp tweets that Cody Rhodes is not really injured, oh my God,
hey, imagine this. With all the stuff that's happening right now, knock on wood, I just hope that Cody Rhodes don't get injured. If Cody gets injured, this will be a fucking plague. Imagine all the stuff that has happened in 2024. Allegations, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and now fucking Cody Rhodes. I mean, oh my God, they would really have to pull strings. God, I hope not.
I mean, I just joined back in and all I heard was Brock Lesnar allegations, and you started listing out other people, and I was like, wait a second, CM Punk got allegations now, Seth Rollins, Cody, what the hell?
That doesn't surprise anybody when there's allegations at this point.
No,
but that's crazy.
You know, they're probably on edge right now, saying that, well, we don't know who's going to be part of these allegations. We don't know what else is going to come out now.
John Cena might be next.
We haven't had this. Oh God.
Oh man. But yeah, it's been a great talk, and I can't see the names, but you definitely brought up some real good points in the chat just here a little while ago when you and Lamar were talking. I can't see the names. I'm sorry.
Talking about you, sir.
Whoa, everybody was lagging for a second.
That was
including
bad.
Ross. Yeah.
I think you're talking about Mike. You're talking about the other Negro.
Okay, let's not say that.
I had to remind myself, like, hold up, is that a black guy? Let me make sure. But yeah, I just wanted to say, PJ, like, I've been watching you since I was in like 7th grade, bro. I'm 23 now, so it's been an honor to be up here, bro. Like for any wrestling channel I watch, you were the first one, so
yeah, I mean, it's been real good time to have you on here and have a civil argument, talking about the stuff that actually matters rather than just like, oh, we want Cody Rhodes in the main event, you know? Like some of these people without thinking about stuff, they're just saying it without thinking about future. They're like, oh, we want Cody now, damn it, just crying out loud. There were a couple of questions in the chat. There's a question right now I'm reading. Whatever people says, I love The Rock. He's a bigger draw, and promos are crazy. Cody, wait till SummerSlam. What do you think?
No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Like WWE game.
Yeah, it's just the way the question was worded, so that's how I was reading it. I just don't know. I don't know. The finishing the story is at WrestleMania, and it bothers me. I really wish that the whole promo would have went just the way it did, minus saying not at WrestleMania. I just wish that he would have said not right now instead of saying not at WrestleMania.
No, but I don't think you guys like. I think you got. No, I was just gonna. I don't think you guys. I think you guys are taking that a little bit too far. I think they could wiggle and try to say he'll do it at a pay-per-view, a regular premium live event or whatever. But I took that as he meant not this WrestleMania, meaning like not at WrestleMania, because when they say WrestleMania, they're just talking about the WrestleMania, like the one in season or that the event that's come that year. So I just took it as shit, maybe next year. Like CM Punk said, shit, maybe next
No,
year. I don't know.
I mean that's
Yeah,
what I'm
maybe
saying.
Roman and Rock should be next year. They should build that like they built up
Right.
28 for Rock and
Rock
Cena.
and Cena.
That's what I thought was
Exactly.
going to
That's
Maybe
happen.
do
what
it
I
at
thought they was
Rock,
gonna do.
the Rock
Yeah.
was going to
Year
fight
build.
off Solo, and then the next night Roman and Rock have their confrontation. Even though that kind of that kind of belittles the title because Roman will just immediately move on. Or maybe you could have like how when Brock Lesnar, after he got cashed in by Seth, he like destroyed everybody. Like have Roman do that, and then like have the
Yeah.
Rock, come out or whatever. But the thing is, Rock and Roman can wait one more year. We cannot wait one more year for Cody and
Yeah.
Roman.
Clearly the
That's
Rock can't. Clearly the Rock knows something we don't.
Right.
the roids are
The Rock got
I
moves
agree
to
with that.
make.
I so agree with that. I wish that The Rock and Reigns would have been next year, but then again, we don't know how the health and what kind of situation that these two will be in, especially The Rock. And I think The Rock is trying to clear this or put a smokescreen with all the allegations. I think that's another big part of that issue.
X.
Here, what's
Sure.
happening within the company. There's a lot of negativity with media and all that stuff in there. It's just a smoke screen that he has created, and they've succeeded. They definitely
You
got the
think so?
distraction. 100%, 100,000%.
I still, in the midst of every "We Want Cody" tweet, I keep seeing. I think something about to come out about Triple H. That's
Oh,
every other tweet. Like for every 10 "We Want Cody" tweets I keep seeing something about Triple H
Something
and
else.
how he either
Yeah.
has something coming out or how he kind of just knew about stuff and just let it happen. And I don't think it helped at all. I think it honestly made it look worse. Because you add that on top of the negativity that they have going on, and I think it backfired immensely.
I don't think Triple H is gonna wrestle again.
Right.
I don't think.
But
Is that what
maybe.
you're saying?
no, I just hope he doesn't lose his spot as in head of creative. Not to
No.
say that he's
I
been
don't-
like
no.
not to say,
The Rock
Huh?
wouldn't do that. The Rock will not do that.
no,
to
I'm
Triple
saying
H.
as in terms of things coming out about NDAs because I just read something from No DQ. I know that they're kind of like a message board more so, but I seen something that said like he has NDAs as well, and there's more to come, and he will be affected. So, but I think if they knew something about Triple H, he would have been stepped down. So,
Mhm.
I don't know, but I don't think The Rock has masked anything necessarily. I think if anything, he's made it worse because it just adds on top of instead of shadowing it.
Yeah.
So,
Have you seen the tweets from The Rock saying like, "Oh, it's just amazing support from the fans, etc." Blah blah blah, and within that tweet,
Posting
there
random
are response.
videos.
Yeah,
because
within
PJ, you're right
reactions.
because the crowd will never boo at WrestleMania. They'll be quiet, but they won't boo. Like
Have
like
you-
if you, WrestleMania 32.
this is
Triple H
what I
versus
try
Roman,
to
they didn't boo.
this is what I try to explain to people. I'm like, "Oh, look at the crowd. They seem genuinely happy." That's because they were. If you're in the
Right.
crowd when you're watching, you're so into the just the element of the show. You're not pulling up your phone and reading social media. You're not invested into the internet. You're actually watching the show. When the cameramans are moving onto the stage and Cody is saying not at this WrestleMania, people are like anticipating like somebody's gonna come out. They're so invested into the shock factor that The Rock is out, and they're emotionally invested into that. So they're not
PJ.
be like, "Oh, boo you," because you're taking Cody Rhodes' spot. It's
Hold
just
on.
the
I
internet
think-
reacting.
I think the WWE fans genuinely. I don't know what it was. The only thing I can think of that changed the crowd so much is AEW. But literally, when Cody said "not this year," you heard the crowd sigh as if it was. As soon as I heard him say "not this year," I knew exactly what was about to happen. I knew The Rock was about to come out because I knew he was in the city. I knew, like you heard, he was at the gym in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
So as soon as I heard that, I swiped out of the app. I don't want to see this. Whatever. The crowd audibly like, what's next? Then like they sounded confused, and like I think that this crowd 10 years ago would have been cheering John Cena. This crowd 10 years ago would have not been the yes movement. The yes movement couldn't have happened with this crowd, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because I think the passionate fans kind of left with AEW. I
Yeah.
just I don't think we
Cooking.
have those kind of. I think we have the casual viewers. Like for instance, another example when CM Punk referenced the punching people in the backstage. Like the crowd didn't get it at first because they don't read. They're not the internet fans. They're not the quote unquote smart fans anymore. I
Yeah.
think this is a casual viewers who like I was at Royal Rumble when because I am sort of a casual
What are you
viewer.
saying? The internet wrestling community don't join and watch like events, live events? Yeah, they do.
No, I think the thing is like when you heard people boo at the live events, I don't think that's necessarily a cat. I think those are the smart fans who want something to do on a Saturday night. I think what I'm saying is I think WWE has leaned towards more of a casual viewer who is not into message boards, not into IWC. They're not following Sean Ross Sapp. They don't know who Sean Ross Sapp is.
Right.
I think majority of AEW crowds know who Sean Ross Sapp is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think 10% of them know it. 10% of WWE fans know is what I'm saying.
Right.
So like again, when Cody said not this year, I knew exactly what was going to happen. Or not at WrestleMania, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Sure,
The
you work
crowd
for
didn't.
WWE. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
So
I'm just fucking with you.
and it's. I think WWE. I think in the long term, in the long term is going to hurt them. But right now, they'll be okay. I guess. I don't
Hey,
know.
Terrence, you got 3 minutes to talk. Can you say something knowledgeable?
I thought I was saying something knowledgeable before.
You haven't said a word. What?
Okay, let me talk. Right. So this whole thing with like Rock and Roman thing is just fucked up, and like you have like this like even in the video game they were advertising like how Cody Rhodes finished the story, and that wasn't just a theme of the game, but it was also a theme of like towards WrestleMania, and the fact that like he's not gonna be able to is just a contradiction of like how finishing the story, and like obviously he was pointing at Roman Reigns and this whole issue with what's going on. It's fucked up, man.
He was supposed to finish the story. I don't care what nobody say. Up until a couple days ago, he was.
Yeah.
Terrence, you're just saying that you're just disappointed. That's all. You're disappointed at the fact that.
Well, I
Cody
had more to
Rhodes...
say, but I only had like 3 minutes. So.
Bro, you only used 30 seconds.
Yeah, because I had to rush and speed it up because I didn't want to like take up everybody's time.
You mean 3 minutes?
This is why I don't come up on here because you guys are fucking playing games, dude.
We're not playing games. Go ahead. No, you got endless amount of time.
No, you do. Finish it up.
No, you got endless amount of time. Go ahead, talk. Say what you
No,
have to
I don't
say.
want to get.
I just want you to have some valid arguments here with us. Why do you think Cody Rhodes should face Roman Reigns instead of The Rock?
Because this is what we all wanted. This is what needs to happen. This was advertised even before fucking Rock came back.
That's it. But
I don't know. This is see. This is why.
No, I mean we're talking. We're having a civil argument. That's what we're doing right now. But the thing is that the whole internet community is pissed off that Cody Rhodes is not in the main event of WrestleMania instead of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Terrence, my bad.
I'm all in for it. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I honestly think that I watch the product more than probably anybody else in here. Minus NXT, and even NXT is on in my household. Even on Tuesdays, it's on in the background, and I'm just
you watching right now.
I'm contradicting myself because it's not on because we're doing this YouTube video. But I do watch the product, but I hear you guys saying that. Oh, I'm not watching Monday Night Raw. What are you talking about? Sure, you might be part of the internet community just because you think that you're fighting for the right person because they have been wrestling for the last 52 weeks straight year, working their asses off only for a part-timer to come in, guy like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, all because he's a board member and taking the main event main event away from Cody Rhodes. Doesn't make it right. That's what you're saying. I'm just having a brain fart right now. But
Hey, do you guys think that
But what-
Because I know what do you think is the bigger match, Rock versus Roman or Cody versus Roman?
Rock versus Roman is a bigger match on the paper. Yes,
It
it
depends
is.
on what
Can I
you're
make
asking.
the argument
It
why
depends-
Cody versus Roman is the bigger match?
That's what I say. It depends on what you're asking. If you mean actually written, like what we've seen as far as the product itself, what is the bigger match? It's Cody versus Roman. But as far as just the marquee, the casual sees the main event marquee, it's The Rock. But when
Right,
we know, it's Cody.
Because like I brought up earlier, John Cena versus The Rock is a match we don't, because I think, look at it like this. I was thinking about this earlier. What do we all consider is one of the worst WrestleManias ever? 27, I believe. That is a pay-per-view that had Stone Cold on it, The Rock on it,
I was
Undertaker.
at the WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was
Randy Orton, CM Punk,
Randy Orton, CM Punk,
Atlanta.
and that is considered one of the worst WrestleManias ever, and it had some of the most star power ever.
It was. Hey, that WrestleMania was the booking of next WrestleMania.
Right.
Literally, they booked that match, Rock versus John Cena, on that WrestleMania. They booked the upcoming saga of Undertaker and Triple H's match at that WrestleMania.
Sacrificing a WrestleMania is crazy, but they did it. Like in hindsight, that's crazy, but they did it. And it just goes. The biggest WrestleManias, the best WrestleManias are always the ones who are going to be at Backlash. Always are going to be the ones at the Judgment Day pay-per-views. The pay-per-views that necessarily don't, draw the biggest ratings or the biggest pay-per-view buys, or even the stadium shows. But those are the guys who are going to stick around. Those are the fans who are going to stick around. I think of it like LeBron James in the NBA. You can make the argument that LeBron has hurt the product more than he's helped it because it kind of revolves around him. And when LeBron is out of the NBA Finals or the NBA playoffs, ratings go down. And because you told us to only care about this one person, you only talk about this one person. Everybody else is irrelevant when this person comes around. So how am I supposed to care about Luka Doncic or Nikola Jokic or somebody like that when you told me only to care about LeBron? How am I supposed to care about Cody Rhodes, LA Knight,
Don't
Seth
get White
Rollins,
Mamba in here.
Huh?
I said, don't get White Mamba in here in this chat talking about
because you brought up LeBron.
But like, how can I care about Cody when The Rock feels like coming around? You tell me step aside, and I don't get. I'm interested to hear Cody Rhodes' excuse for handing over a spot that people have literally got injured for. Like CM Punk tore his triceps for that, and you just gave it away.
Yeah,
that is
right. That's what I'm sitting here saying.
That is hilarious
to me.
There's no way
they can end it like that. There's no way There's no way. And I know you guys are saying it doesn't count, but if they don't end this with a triple threat, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about Cody after this.
You're absolutely right about that.
And then for Cody to admit that that's the title he needs, that's the title he wants, that hurts.
And then he goes after the other title.
Yeah, that hurts more than anything Roman said about Seth, and that hurts more than anything Seth said about Roman. The fact that Cody said that's the title I want, that hurts more than anything.
Maybe that means he fights at WrestleMania challenging for the IC title.
Maybe they're keeping him out of Seth Rollins' picture. Maybe somebody else is going to face him. Maybe he's going to use his main event clause somewhere else and on some other PLE.
But it gotta be WrestleMania. And I know it's a dirt sheet.
That's what makes the Royal Rumble.
So take this with a grain of salt. I know it's a dirt sheet, but they've already said that the plan is Seth versus Cody.
Golly, man.
And that hurts Cody because it makes him look like a punk for not going after Roman. And it hurts Seth because he's going to get a clean sweep if he loses. He's lost 4 straight times. And if you count the Shield, because didn't he take the loss to that when it was Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus the Shield?
And that's another thing I don't understand. I don't understand that part. He's going to face Seth Rollins again for the 4th time. So you're saying that Cody's gonna win again for the 4th time? I'm like, geez, man.
I think they should do a whole. If you go for it. If you go embarrass this man, go for it. Have Damian Priest cash in on him. I don't care. Embarrass him. Completely do it.
That's
Completely do it.
clearly
Don't
what they're
midway
gonna
do it.
do, but that's
Yeah,
why
they
I don't
should.
want to see it. I
Have Damian Priest pull
just
a
as
Seth
bad
Rollins.
as him losing but that's just as bad to me. Him losing to Priest is just as losing the Reigns again and not finishing the story. I'd rather watch
Y'all
him
think?
lose again to Reigns.
I don't think Seth versus Cody is even the main event at night 1. I'd rather see Rhea versus Bianca. I'd rather
Yeah.
see.
That's the thing. But that's
I'd
my
rather.
point is you bring
It's not even
Cody
the main
there and
event.
fight. They
No,
fight, man, and they do that.
no offense to Seth, but he's not a main event without CM Punk. It's just not. It's not worth the
Right.
main event.
Exactly.
No offense to Seth, but he just doesn't have it. He's not the guy. He's not that guy. I'm sorry.
I hate him, man.
In the ring, he could do a little
I have so
but
much
he just,
respect for
you know,
Seth
he's
Rollins.
not that believable.
I have so much respect for Seth Rollins. I mean, I refuse to talk bad about him. It's just that he just not have had enough time with that belt yet to make it more prestigious title. Sure enough, it's definitely the secondary title right now, man.
No, but
I think he's had plenty. I think the booking is.
Yeah,
I think it's been.
But it's him. It's not his in ring. It's just his character that always has been, at least to me, has been what's been making him struggle because he's running around being what his wife should be running around acting like.
Cartoonish, not serious.
Yeah, all weird, and dressing up, all cross-dressing and shit, talking about I got swag.
What is the best Seth Rollins? What is the best Seth Rollins? 2015.
Yeah.
The heel guy, I think, because he's naturally a jerk.
2014 or 2015, heel or face.
And low key, I feel like everything people say about Seth Rollins, CM Punk, is low key applicable to Seth Rollins. He talks bad about people unnecessarily. He throws people under the bus unnecessarily. I'll never forget him trying to show off money against Will Ospreay in 2019. Like, he's low key a jerk. He's low key a dick. So he's best as a heel. And I get it. We like to root for him. And you see every time he's a top on as a heel, he turns face because he's such a good heel. That don't mean you have to turn him face though. And every time he's at top as a face, he needs to turn heel. And he's not.
Maybe it's a heel turn coming pretty soon. Hey, Marquise would like to say something. He's been itching to say something for a long time. Go ahead, Marquise.
Okay, thank you for me. I'm free.
Oh my gosh, are you talking out of? What is that?
I really believe. Do y'all really think it's gonna be a triple threat match for WrestleMania?
Do we think? No.
Yes.
We want it to be.
I want it to be a triple threat match too. That way Cody Rhodes can actually finish his story.
But not a regular triple threat match. I think that's a bad idea. It was brought up with Lamar and the other guy. I can't see his name. He hasn't specified it. But
Mike. Jesus.
Mikey?
I've been in the chat for like 10 years.
Mikey?
Mikey. He brought it up. Triple threat elimination match, which will be a game changer.
Yes. I really like that.
Yeah. Having Cody Rhodes in a triple threat match will make him look like an underdog, which he is certainly not. I don't want that to happen. But an elimination match? Sure. I'm a game for that for the first time ever.
Why? I'm sorry not to take away from your time, but just a quick question. Why are you against him looking like an underdog?
Because he's not Daniel Bryan from 2014 or 2015. He's not in that position. He has built up his reputation. Daniel Bryan was just out of the blue because of the fan support. He was put into that WrestleMania main event match because he was so over at that time.
He's talking about he doesn't want them to build it the same way that they did with Daniel Bryan.
But at that time, Daniel Bryan was a 3-time champion. He just beat John Cena clean.
No. Not leading up to that WrestleMania. that
Yeah, what?
WrestleMania
Because
itself.
he beat John Cena
Yeah.
at SummerSlam 2013.
No. Just within that time frame, he hadn't won that Rumble or anything like that. He was just put in because people thought that he was just a hard worker and he deserved.
No, what he's
to be in
saying
that
is
main.
yes, he was established. He had his championships, but he wasn't what they're doing with Cody going back to back in the Rumble. That's more solidifiable going into WrestleMania
It's
than
just
just
that
losing.
Cody's story is
to-
it's different. He's been saying this like finish the story. He's been telling his story for the longest time, and I feel like we're getting at the end of that book, the chapter, but the story continues. So that's what the problem is, and fans are having a hard time swallowing that right now. They're like, ugh, I mean, this is just hard pill to
Longer than
swallow.
a
I mean,
book.
when is this story going to end? People are just wanting to go ahead and finish the damn story. But the thing is, the story never finishes. If the story
said
is
he was
finished,
CM Punk.
what do you have to look forward to? Another book? Sure. But he needs to close this chapter. I see what their point is, but you don't want him to completely just go ahead and finish the damn story right away.
He said he was CM Punk, so here you go, CM Punk.
Right. That's what I'm sitting here waiting, because that's why I'm waiting for this swerve, because you don't get to come out and say that to that guy. Like I'm not even saying it to put him on a pedestal. That Punk is written to be the guy who does that to others. Even this humble old CM Punk. You don't get to go out there and say that to that guy unless you're the guy.
Exactly.
You better fucking come back out there and prove that you're fucking CM Punk, and you're gonna relive CM Punk.
No, I'm saying he is CM Punk because as much as we think CM Punk is the guy, they always looked at him as number 2, and they've always put him in position to be number 2, and that's exactly what they're doing to Cody Rhodes right now. He's number 2. And
But
but
the thing is you guys are saying this now. They've been doing this to him since I won't say since he's gotten in WWE, but they've been teasing him since his I'll say his second or third pay-per-view. They've been teasing him from that top spot. He could have had something. He could have had an Intercontinental Championship. He could have had United States. He could have something. Money in the Bank. Something. They kept teasing his ass though. As the number 2, you're the number 2 guy. Sorry, Seth Rollins is better than you. Oh wait, you wanna beat him 3 times in a row to solidify? Oh, go ahead, we'll give it to you. You just can't beat Roman. You're not getting a championship. Wait, what? What's that? You want to go 2-0 against Brock Lesnar? Yeah, we could do that. Cena didn't do that.
And that Brock Lesnar stuff, nothing has justified him losing. Again, there's been no character development. There's been nothing over the past year to justify him losing last year. Nothing other than a few T-shirts that say 1,000 days for Roman Reigns, which I have, by the way. But it's just it looks nice, but we all know he's only defended the title like 10 times over the last 2 years. So I just
see, but that's what kills me about that record, because you know how long they tried to bury CM Punk's reign, like after he left.
Done it like 8 times.
They stopped talking about that, and because I remember he had the longest modern day championship reign, and then they tried to say AJ Styles and then Roman. How the fuck do we not talk about that? Punk is, as far as a in-ring performer, Punk is he probably, as great as he was, he's probably not the in-ring performer that Roman can be or has shown. But come on, man. Punk was defending his title at damn near every other pay-per-view. He was at every show for the most part. Come on, man. We haven't seen a champion like Roman.
It's the product that they created by themselves. They wanted to create something close to somebody from a different brand, kind of like Mayweather, who would compete.
Why does it have to be so hard? No, pause. Why does it have to be so complicated? Wrestling is so simple. Just
right.
Yeah. They just wanted somebody to create this huge attraction, like I said, where people can create buzz.
But you can still do that.
They wanted to be covered on every news media outlet when you create a bigger legacy like Roman Reigns. I just don't know why. I mean, they have achieved that. He gets talked on a lot of different, places. I just don't know if I can see anybody else create that legacy. Sure, when Roman Reigns is gone, I fully believe that things are going to change for the better. I fully believe that you're gonna have stacked roster who are gonna be competing after the WWE title. So it's just that it's only a matter of time, man. I think it's I give Roman max another year at the most to drop the title. Hopefully he's gonna drop before that. I don't know. I just don't see him dropping the title at this Mania if The Rock versus Roman Reigns is happening.
Yeah,
that is for the championship match.
It
is
just
The Rock.
need the championship.
Yeah. What do we need to conclude here about this whole situation? The internet community is just on a meltdown. I just wish that people would realize that this is just WWE 101. You know, this has been going on in Vince's era. It's happening in Triple H's era right now. Because The Rock is a TKO board member. Eventually, you know, somebody is going to have their hand dirty, and they're going to, you know, get their hands dirty. That's what I'm trying to say, somehow. So we're seeing another legend come in and trying to take the spotlight. I just hated that this is happening.
Do you look at The Rock different?
I do.
Given the way he went about it?
I do, in a certain way. I think that he has done it dirty, but then again, I think he's also trying to not protect the brand, but make it better. He's saying that this is WrestleMania 40. Let's make something monumental. Let's make it something big, because we all knew that this was going to happen. We've been wanting The Rock versus Roman Reigns for what? I don't know how many years now. We've been wanting it. Now that we finally get it, the whole internet loses their shit, right?
But it's like, I tweeted this. It's like you beg your mom for McDonald's and then you get pizza. And then you get pizza, and then it's like, nope, you don't get pizza. Here's McDonald's. Like, no, I've been wanting McDonald's. You said no. Like, why give me that now? Like,
that's really good.
The wrong time.
That's really good. It's just the wrong time, man. That's not what I've been wanting.
And it would be so much better next year. Like, it would be so much better next year. You're just going about it in the worst way
possible. But your food's going to be stale, man. But your food's going to be stale.
That's exactly what it is. That's why I don't like it.
Some foods do better when you prepare it. I think it's fine wine. You know?
So many things we can relate to. I think Punk's injury, Vince McMahon's allegation has a lot to do with this. Brock Lesnar. I think all of that has a lot to do with this. The meetings taking place, The Rock coming in and be like, all right, since I'm on the board, we got to make some money. Let's do this, folks. I'm all game for this, etc.
But WrestleMania is already sold out.
You know what's... No. It's not about selling out. It's about Rock's ego. That's what it is. Did you guys not hear the rumors about The Rock not coming to an agreement about, you know, signing the contract or whatever for another match until something was done, a deal was done, and I think this was the deal that he was trying to make, him to step in and be like, okay, this is what I want to do for the brand. So
how box office is The Rock if most of his movies flop?
Okay, exactly. In the world of WWE,
he literally pulled the Hall under The Rock in WWE.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the movie sales and stuff like that.
They are a bunch of Tony Khans, and they see a legend like The Rock, and they give him power.
You can say a lot about Tony Khan. He's definitely not a casual.
No, but what I mean is they're not. How do I explain it? If The Rock comes in and says, "I get to do this," they're gonna listen to The Rock because they think that's they think that's what based off of what they think wrestling is. He would have the best mind for it. Like, they think The Rock would be a guy to have in this position when really maybe as far as their mind for wrestling, not maybe the business side of it, but actually, you know, having a voice that will be able to talk to the people, as far as the workers. You get guys like I was just saying that that's what they think, that a guy like The Rock is the vision for wrestling. So to them, he's perfect, just because to them casually, that is what they want. Like, he's the biggest name in wrestling other than Stone Cold. Like, as far as like John Cena, Stone Cold, Triple H. They have Triple H as head of creative. The reason they've left Triple H there for this long is because people know Triple H. Like people still know that name, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. People still know that name. Like, so when you tell people that's your head of creative, people may show interest. When you have The Rock a part of your creative team now, or your board of directors team, they feel that this is like if LeBron James became an owner for the NBA team. They think that is the blueprint for allowing a superstar to come in and be a part of their business. Like, when in reality, there's so many better options, and we are allowing this clown to come back and choose his ego over what is written in front of us.
I know it's not the same company as it was a year ago. I would just think that this company,
Not the same company at all.
I would just think that they learned a lesson, because I truly believe up until the pandemic, they never recovered from CM Punk quitting. But until Roman Reigns turned heel, like, I think that changed WWE forever. But, and then to get CM Punk back and then CM Punk another guy, that's WWE, man.
Let's try to end this on a good note. Let's try to come together as wrestling fans and try to watch the product together. Let's try to support the product. At the end of the day, wrestling is it's like our getaway from all the craziness that's happening in the real world situation. At the end of the day, I'm still here to support the product and support the system. I'm hoping that Cody Rhodes will get to finish his story, and hoping that we can continue to talk about the issues and come together, whatnot. Ain't that right, Lamar?
Oh, for sure. This is what we live for. We live for to see the opinions of other fans, and if they stack up and actually make sense and actually have some substance behind them.
Eddie posted
It's been a
something
great
funny.
session.
Eddie posted something funny in the chat, and I was wanting to point this out for the longest time, but we've been having serious talks about Roman and The Rock. PJ wants Jinder to main event. Did you guys notice 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, he grabbed Adam Pearce in the backstage area? He was like, "We need to talk." What happened to that?
I think that was like a personal thing.
Is that something that's gonna happen eventually with Jinder Mahal? Not that I'm saying like, I would love to see Indian.
Oh, maybe that will be who fights Logan
Seth
Paul.
Rollins?
I think they made it personal for some reason.
Logan Paul? Could he fight Logan Paul?
Cody versus Jinder. That's the story right there.
Cody versus Jinder.
That's the story right there.
Would you say like the match?
Yeah, and Jinder brings back his WWE championship. You could be like, you can finish your story with me, Cody. I am the WWE champion.
You can't be the tribal chief, but you can be the modern day Maharaja. How you say it?
Modern day Maharaja.
Maharaja. What does that mean?
Maharaja means king.
He should have just said Benchode.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Maharajas used to be back in the day your royal kings and stuff. So he's comparing himself to modern day Maharaja with his swagger, if that makes sense.
I apologize for my
ego, right? His ego.
Isn't he Canadian? Isn't he like Italian or?
No,
he's
Canadian.
Okay.
Oh my God, Terrence, shut the fuck up. I'm about to mute you, Terrence.
What? I was just talking.
You just said Muhammad Hassan.
Muhammad Hassan wasn't really Muslim.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
That concludes our conversation for today. I think we've had enough. 2 hours of glorious Roman Reigns versus The Rock internet community meltdown conversation. How about we follow up with this next week sometime? I won't have tomorrow. I won't have time next weekend, but I'm sure we can talk about this before Friday. At some point. So let's try to follow up with all the news and all the media outlets probably after Thursday night, because Thursday they reveal the WrestleMania main event, and after when that's done and settled, I'm sure that a lot of people are going to have this huge gasp. and people are just gonna have to get over it. I'm sure there will be another day of meltdown to come, but yeah, let's come back to this same spot and try to communicate with more issues.
Don't forget to do the live.
Oh, still my phone about to die. Shit.
All right. All right, folks. Well, that is it for today. Thank you guys for joining today and watching us discuss, listening to our conversations. It's been a pleasure. Thanks, everybody on the Discord. If you guys would like to be a participator in upcoming chats or discussion with WWE related stuff, make sure you join the Discord. Just remember, just be civil about this. And that's all. Thank you very much. I will see you guys next time.
Free Cody.
Bye-bye. Hashtag we want
Free
Cody. Yep.
Yes.
We want Cody.
Free Cody.
Rock.